Hey everybody, Bike Guy Consulting here. Haven't posted a video in a while. COVID hasn't been good to the riding for me, so I haven't been doing a lot of projects, but I did a whole bunch this fall and doing more this winter. My latest project was very frustrating. So basically, I wanted to take my Pinarello Gravel. I had Campagnolo N3W on it. I wanted to go back to electronic shifting. I wanted to go back to 2x in the front, just not a 1x on the gravel on the road. Do a lot of training on the road for gravel. It just doesn't work for me. But it's a good project, so I took it on. That's completed, and that was a lot of fun to do. But I had two wheel sets for a car, and I had a 650B and a 700C, both with the Campagnolo N3W, new three-way hub for their 13-speed cassette. And I want to convert these to be able to go with the Shimano HG free hub, at least one of the wheel sets I want to do. And I scoured the web, I spoke to my dealer, I called friends, I emailed friends, I got on message boards. I scoured the internet and the real world and could not find instructions on how to do this. So that's what I'm going to do for you right now. I'm going to convert a Fulcrum. I have a Rapid Red 500 and a Rapid Red 5. Same hub. I'm going to convert them from N3W to HG11. So what I found out is that it's not as simple as just changing your free hub like most other wheels. Because Campy shortened that free hub so much so that they could get that tiny 11-tooth cog out here and 13 speeds, it's a lot more involved than I thought. It's basically a full axle spacer and free hub swap out. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I did this. So the first thing I'm going to cover with you is basically what I had to go out and buy. And so this is the collection of items I had to go out and buy. And let me tell you, it wasn't easy. Basically, none of this stuff was available in the United States. I used Gamba Cicli in Italy. They were fantastic. They had all but one component. Ordered them online. They shipped them same day or the day after. I think in 4, 5, 6 days, I had all those components delivered to my house in Connecticut in the US. So I was very, very happy with them. However, I also had to use Bike-In to get this little component here. Ordered it December 8th, got it January 3rd, 4th, 5th, somewhere around there. So almost a month to get that component, and not real happy about that. I think it was just kind of a pain. So no discredit to them. It's international shipping. It's always fun. But these are the components you're gonna need to buy. So first is the actual full axle. It actually comes with two other components, a cap and a lock nut, but it's the RR-05. I'll share in the description of this video the links to Fulcrum where I found all this information out. But basically, you're gonna get the axle, you're gonna get this end cap cover, and you're gonna get a lock ring here. Then the next item is obviously the actual free hub. It's the part number is R0-113. Next, you're going to get this little shield, which is the RMO-034. Next is this little spacer, R4-109. And then I ordered the right lock nut that actually comes with the axle. So it just kind of depends on what's on your wheel right now. If you're going from like HD or something, you might still need this. I'm not 100% sure. But that's the R3DB-003. The free hub does come with a spacer, but I could not find information on when you actually need that spacer. So once I get this all installed, etc., I'll update the video with where I needed it for the HG11 cassette. Now, in terms of tools, you're going to need a 17 mil and a 14 mil. I'm just using cone wrenches here. You do have room to use a better wrench as well. You have a 2.5 millimeter Allen key, and then just a very, very kind of thin slotted screwdriver that you just need to pop off a cap there. And then I'm going to be using just some basic DT Swiss universal grease to put in the free hub. Okay, so those are the components you need. This is essentially the order you're going to install them on the hub. basically end to end with obviously the wheel over the axle itself. So let's get to it. Okay, let's take a look at how we're going to disassemble the existing hub with the N3W free hub on it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to come over to the non-drive side. You'll see this black cap here, and there's a little slot in it, okay? So you're just going to take that thin screwdriver, twist it a little bit, and then just pop that off. That just comes off super, super easy. This is going to be your 14 mil slot for your, I'm just using cone wrenches again. Put that on there. And then on the other side, what I'm going to do is this is your 17 mil. Important fact, this is reverse threads, okay? So you don't want to screw that up and ruin the threads on your axle. So now, you know, this has already just been disassembled, so it's just going to come across. Took a little bit of a cracking there, but, you know, I'm going to take this particular piece off. This is your end cap lock nut. There's a little spacer that comes off as well. And then now this hub will slide right off, okay? Those pawls are pulled in by a piece of metal that wraps all the way around, so you're not gonna lose any pawls when you take that off. Next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come back to the non-drive side. Pardon my neighbor on his motorcycle zipping by. But basically, you're just gonna loosen this up. It's a 2.5 mil wrench. Loosen it up a little bit. And then I'm going to hold this and just unscrew from the drive side. This is regular threading, so I'm lefty-loosey here on the actual axle, and then that piece is going to come off, and we're going to reuse that, so I'm going to put it over here, but then your full axle is just going to slide right out. So there you go. There's that. So now this is fully disassembled. If you have to clean it, go ahead and clean it. I'm going to reassemble it real quick here just to show you. I'm not going to show you the full process of cleaning and re-greasing and everything, because if you're this deep in this, you probably already know all that. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the new axle, going to slide that in, get it all the way through, take that existing threaded component, come back to the non-drive side and just screw that on. And I'm just kind of doing finger tight here. Feels good. Then you're gonna, you know, tighten this up. Okay. Now on the drive side, what we're gonna do is, this is the R0-113 for HG11. It's just going to basically slide right on. There we go. Now you have the shield, and normally I'd grease this up, but basically you're just covering the bearings there. Then you have this little black spacer, which you didn't use. It was a different spacer on the N3W. Drop that on. Now we come back and we have this unit, which is your lock nut, again, reverse threads, but also if you can see that in the camera, you want the slotted side to go inside so that this is fully round and seats into your dropout on the outside, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead. And again, I'm just gonna kind of do hand tight just so you see how things are assembled. You can see that sounds pretty good, feels pretty good. Then on the non-drive side, again, you have, you know, your 12 millimeter outside dimension to go into your dropout on this piece. And this is really just gonna kind of drop on right there. And then you're good to go. So I couldn't find anything on the internet. Hopefully this is right. I think it is, based on a lot of research that I did. But now I can convert this 650B wheel set for the winter on my Pinarello with my Di2 GRX. So again, this is Bike Guy Consulting. Like the channel, like the video, ask questions if you have them. Thank you very much.